Do location and style make a difference? When it comes to your investments, they do. That's what I'm thinking about. We're getting ready as I record this for our fall meeting block where we're reviewing for all of our clients their investments and other financial planning things. And it made me think about some of the, like, how our investments are actually doing. You know, a couple of episodes ago of What I'm Thinking, we talked about how is the market doing and how you can interpret that in many different ways. If you haven't seen that one, we'll put a backlink to it here so you can check that out in our archives. But now we're talking about like our actual investments and how do we think about these things. Of course, the market in general has been up this year, but what does that mean for our investments and how we put those things together? And to take a look, I use resources from a company called First Trust. We'll put, again, a link in the show notes to that. They put together a monthly two-pager that shows a lot of data on it. We'll pull up a copy here from August, the most recent month end, so we can take a look at it. And a ton of numbers on here. I want to focus kind of on the middle column towards the bottom here. It has the year-to-date numbers, and it's got a lot of different benchmarks, things you'll recognize. S&P 500, DJIA is Dow Jones Industrial Average, etc. And take a look. So S&P 500 year-to-date up almost 19%, right? And as we talked about a couple episodes ago, right below it, Dow Jones is only up 6+% here. A little bit down, a couple lines down from there. Russell 2000, those are small company stocks. So S&P 500 large stocks, Russell 2000 small stocks. And you look at the Russell 2000, about half the returns. Small stocks have gotten about half the returns of large stocks this year, right? And we don't want all of our eggs in one basket. When large company stocks do well, of course that looks good. But when they don't do well, oftentimes smaller stocks are doing better. So we want this diversification, right? So again, that's why, compared to the market, our money is going to have a little bit lower returns by design, right? That's intentional. Take a step down here, you get to the style categories. And so the styles, we have growth versus value. And over time, we expect value to outperform. We can dig into the details on that maybe on a future episode, but value over time will outperform. Year-to-date numbers, not happening, right? S&P 500's up something like 19%. The growth side's up much more than that. But the value side is down around 13, right? So both those things balance in. So we're getting that return, but it's lower than what the large company stocks are today. Scale down a little bit to the Russell 2000, right? 9% for the overall index, 12.5% for the growth side. The value side's only at 5%. Those things cycle in and out. So we'd expect to see our returns being a little bit lower, but over time we're going to see those things being higher. Next category down, then we take a look at emerging markets as one of the places. We have 10% of our stock allocation to emerging markets, and it makes sense. Those are the things that really balance things out. They don't act like the U.S. stocks do. This year, unfortunately, we're down at the 5% range for that, right? And so those are the things we'll expect to see when we look at our investment performance, and sure enough, that's what comes in. But it's not always evident as we listen to the economists and the news and those sorts of things. One quick note before we jump off, flip over to the back side of this page, and we can see where real estate, we have some money in real estate, in apartment complexes and office buildings, those sorts of things. That's been down at 1.5% on the year. Over time, that diversifier, right? It's going to act, it's going to help protect us from big losses long term, but it's hurting performance here today, and that's what we're seeing in our investments. So just a little bit of an insight onto what our investments are actually doing, some of the things I'll be talking about with clients here as we come up to our fall meetings. That's what I'm thinking about here today, and as always, interested in knowing what you're thinking about. Shoot me an email, direct me, or drop a comment in the comment box, and as always, thanks for watching.